Well, folks, if you're having a punt this weekend, best of luck. For Win News, Ian Joblin, safe Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And Sam, that's the Friday night in sport. I'm going on holiday, so I'll be back in about a month.
Half your luck. Thanks, Dan. We'll have all your weekend weather details next with Kathryn Doyle, and then where the fish are biting with Clinton Hassan.
Good evening, everyone. Well, I'm here at the North Pole on a very busy Christmas Eve, and I can guarantee it's a lot colder here than what it is back home. Now, I did manage to grab a one-on-one exclusive interview with Santa earlier in the day. I'll have that later. First up, let's have a look at the day's temperatures. And Cairns reached 26 degrees. It ranged between 23 and 27 in Townsville. It hit 27 in Mackay. Rockhampton topped 30. It dropped to 23 in Bundaberg. Dalby hit 28 and Toowoomba reached a muggy 24 degrees. Now, there were some heavy falls again over the past 24 hours until 9 a.m. and Port Douglas had 27 millimetres. 116 millimetres fell at Lucinda. Townsville recorded 59 millimetres and 110 millimetres fell at Ingham. On to page 2, and Mackay had 41 millimetres and 10 millimetres fell at Kingaroy. And between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. today, Cairns had 27 millimetres, 12 millimetres fell at Townsville and Maroochydore recorded 10. On the satellite image, and as you can see, that cloud cover extends right across the state thanks to a weak ridge. To the synoptic chart, as I mentioned, there is a weak ridge that extends along the southern coast of the state, while a trough is located off the tropical coast. A low is likely to develop on the monsoon trough and move southwest towards the tropical coast this evening. The monsoon low will move into the southern tropical interior and weaken on Christmas Day, but another low will develop, so further rain areas with widespread moderate to heavy falls will occur generally over the southern tropics and most of the southeast state. So tomorrow across the northern tropics, expect rain areas and storms with moderate to heavy falls, and there is a current wind warning for the Cairns to Bowen district. Expect southeasterly winds at 25 to 33 knots. Cairns is heading for a top of 32 degrees. Across the Central District, expect rain areas with local thunder with some moderate to heavy falls. Mackay 24 to 26, dropping to 24 in Rockhampton also, and Gladstone should reach 26 degrees. The Waibay and Sunshine Coast District expect cloudy conditions with rain areas, a top of 26 for Bundy and Harvey Bay, and Maroochydore will drop to a pleasant 22 degrees. And the Darling Downs expect cloudy with rain areas, possible moderate falls with easterly winds. Toowoomba is heading for a top of 21 degrees and Dalby a pleasant 27. And that wraps up the weather from a very cold North Pole. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and if you are travelling away, be safe on the roads. And as I mentioned earlier, I did catch up with Santa, and here it is.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Well, thanks, Santa, for taking time out from your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us one-on-one and to answer all those important questions. First of all, how does Mrs. Claus feel about you travelling so far around the world?
Well, she does worry, but with the modern techniques that I've instituted with the reindeer, we get there pretty quickly.
So, Santa, what are all the children asking for?
Well, DS is a lot of technology, but still the Barbie dolls and Brat dolls and that sort of thing. And quite often I just get like, can we have just some love and happiness, Santa, which is rather lovely to hear.
So, Santa, how do you keep track of all the naughty and nice children?
Well, it's a combination of the elves help me, Mrs. Claus helped me. We have a roster, but we managed to keep check on everyone.
Now, I've got to ask, how do you get to all those homes in just one night?
Well, with a lot of practice over a lot of years, the reindeers are very tuned, and with the time zones, that helps us. But we have to work very fast, and I use the special key to get into the houses, and that helps. Saves a lot of time.
So, Santa, do you have a favourite reindeer?
I have a favourite. I have Rudolph's handkerchief with me today for Rudolph, and he uses that to shine his nose, but when I'm a bit down, he loans it to me.
Now, Santa, any requests for little goodies to power you through the night?
Oh, yes. There's been suggestions a little nip of whiskey would help me, but you've got to be careful not to drink and drive.
Well, Santa, time is ticking. You must get going. It is Christmas Eve.
Yes, well, I mean, thank you very much for having me, and a great Christmas, everybody.
Oh, bye, Santa. Have fun.
Bye. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
One more sleep. And if you're super keen to go fishing this weekend, despite the weather forecast, here's Clinton Hassan with where to land that big catch.
Good evening, folk. From Neil and Helen and the crew at Tackle World, have a very Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year.
Thanks, Clinton. Before we go, I'd like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for tuning in this year for the best local news. I'll be back on Tuesday night with our special 2-week summer edition. We'll leave you with the winning entrant in this year's Daily Mercury Christmas Lights competition. Good night.
Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation from Win Television, Australia's largest commercial television network.